Welcome to Tada Jesus Music Podcast. On this podcast, we talk about the history of Jesus music and the groups that made the music known as Jesus music. On this episode, we'll start in 1972 and go through 1978 with selections and comments about each group. Let's get started. Well, welcome. I'm glad you could join me today. My name is David Anderson, and I'll be your guide as we travel through the music of the Jesus movement. The year is 1972, and the group New Wine came out with their album titled Holy Spirit Express. The Jesus music group New Wine was a psychedelic blues, rock, and gospel band active during the early 1970s Jesus movement. Based in San Diego, California, and later associated with Dothan, Alabama, the group was known for its garage sound and heavy use of electric guitar effects. The group formed in 1972, though recording began slightly earlier. Between 1972 and 1977, the band toured extensively, performing in more than 40 states. Their performances were diverse, ranging from university campuses and large music festivals to more unconventional settings like the Washington State Penitentiary, known as Concrete Mama. They were frequent openers for major contemporary acts of the era, such as Andre Crouch and Kenny Rogers and the Oak Ridge Boys, helping them bridge the gap between gospel and mainstream music audiences. The first selection we're sharing from this group is titled Reap What You Sow. Enjoy.
Ain't got time for that bit on Friday nights. Live a voice out while others are dying, you know it just ain't right. It's easy to laugh when you got that money and you're sitting on easy streets. But one day soon it won't be funny and your wine won't be so sweet. Hope you know, my friend, you're gonna reap what you sow, my friend. Hope you're not living a lie, you're gonna lose in the end. Ain't got time for getting stoned and riding around. A lot of my brothers are getting locked up and some of them getting gunned down. All those wars and all those killings, you say you're not the one to blame. By holding up signs and blowing down buildings ain't gonna change one thing. Hope you know, my friend, you're gonna reap what you sow, my friend. Hope you're not living a lie, you're gonna lose in the end. That holy book, looking at others instead of ourselves, we better take a second look. We need to get right with Jesus Christ, that's the first thing we all should learn. Those of you that don't believe, you're gonna miss the Lord's return. Hope you know, my friend, you're gonna reap what you sow, my friend. Hope you're not living a lie, you're gonna lose in the end.
The core band members during their peak years were John Shaw on guitar, vocals, piano, organ, and synthesizer, Alan Jones on vocals, drums, and percussion, Dan Kilman on vocals, piano, and percussion, Brett Moreland on bass and percussion, Carol Yates on vocals and percussion, and Vicki Wade on vocals and percussion. She departed in 1976. Their most notable release, The Holy Spirit Express, was published around 1972 to 1973 by Anodyne Recordings. The album is highly regarded by collectors of private press psychedelic music for its mix of spirited male and female lead vocals accompanied by acoustic and electric guitars, bass, and drums, notably excluding keyboards. The group recorded several tracks by influential Jesus music artists, including Spirit of Elijah and Sparrow by Wilson McKinley, Hexagram by Larry Norman, and You're Still on His Mind by Mylon Lefevre. The album also includes original compositions like Reap What You Sow, Reality, and Jesus Will Last. The second selection we're sharing from this group is titled Heaven. Give a listen.
Heaven, heaven, so much talk about heaven. Heaven, heaven, so much talk about heaven. Heaven, heaven, so much talk about heaven. One of these days, I'm going there. Oh, heaven, heaven, Prince of Peace is in heaven. Heaven, heaven, Prince of Peace is in heaven. Heaven, heaven, Prince of Peace is in heaven. One of these days, I'm going there. Whoa. Heaven, heaven, come on and meet me in heaven. Heaven, heaven, come on and meet me in heaven. Heaven, heaven, come on and meet me in heaven. One of these days. Whoa, when I get to heaven, gonna see you in heaven. Meet your sister in heaven. Gonna meet you in heaven. Gonna boogie in heaven. Whoa, oh, one of these days, I'm going there.
While Holy Spirit Express remains their most famous work among collectors, the band actually released 3 full-length LPs before disbanding in 1977. The group was noted for its lush vocal harmonies and progressive instrumentation. Unlike many contemporary Christian groups of the time that relied on simple folk arrangements, New Wine utilized more complex setups, including synthesizers played by John Shaw and aggressive electric guitar work. The last selection we're sharing from this group is titled Sparrow. Here we go.
Why should I feel discouraged? Why should the shadows come? Why should my heart be lonely and I long for heaven and home? Jesus is my fortune, a constant friend is He. His eyes are on the sparrow, and I know He cares for me. Cares for me. and resting on His promise, I lose my doubts and fear. By His path He leads me, but one little step I see. His eyes are on the sparrow, and I know He cares for me, cares for me. Whenever I feel tempted, when problems they arise, when song gives way to Zion, and hope within me dies, I lose my doubt in Him. From fear He sets me free. His eyes are on the sparrow. His eyes are on the sparrow. His eyes are on the sparrow, and I know He cares for me, cares for me.
The group eventually disbanded in 1977. In 2006, the band resurfaced digitally on Bandcamp, releasing a compilation of hits and previously unreleased material, including a live recording from California in 1977. They also reissued this album in 2012 by Vintage Masters Incorporated. Beyond their primary recordings, New Wine is remembered for their rigorous touring schedule and their presence in unique, often gritty venues during the height of the Jesus movement. That was the group New Wine with their album titled Holy Spirit Express from 1972. Next we move to 1975 and the group Simeon with their album titled At Home. Simeon was a 1970s Jesus music group that played a role in the early development of what became contemporary Christian music. The band emerged during the Jesus movement, a spiritual awakening in the late 1960s and early 1970s that fused countercultural rock music with Christian themes. Their sound is typically categorized as adult-oriented rock, soft rock, and folk religious. The group shared a musical style with other artists from that era, often being compared to folk rock duos like Simon and Garfunkel. The first selection we're sharing from Simeon is titled He Already Did. Enjoy.
just in time. Oh, give the glory, stand and be counted for him. Jesus will do much more for you, my friend, he already did. Oh, give the glory, stand and be counted for him. Jesus will do much more for you, my friend, he already did.
Their debut LP, titled At Home, was released in 1975. It was originally released through Pilgrim Records. The album is considered a vintage piece of early Christian rock history, appearing on specialty labels like the Masters Collection. Following At Home, the group released a self-titled album, Simeon, in 1976 via Praise Records, and a single titled Get Peace from the Rock in 1978. The second selection we're sharing from Simeon is titled Simeon. Give a listen.
Simeon, you have been chosen to look in the face of God. All of your life you've waited, knowing that someday you'd hold the child in your arms. Simeon, many think of you, wishing that they too could see just the face of Jesus. Can you describe it, please, in your own simple way? Finding your way to the temple, for you had been called there that day, and as you stood beside them, you held the baby softly in your gentle way. Simeon, no, you can't hear me, but I felt that same joy inside. And though you're gone a long time, I can imagine you on the day that you died. Oh, your eyes were sparkling like sunshine, and all of your face
Simeon's primary contribution to the Jesus music era was as the house band for the early years of the Master's Workshop, a pioneer recording studio in Toronto, Canada. The album At Home served as the debut release for Pilgrim Records label in Canada. Much of the album's material, including the title track, was written by Doug McKenzie. The last selection we're sharing from this group is titled Wind Song. Here we go.
You can fly away like a bird, my love. I won't follow, I can't anymore. Though my mind keeps telling me to cage you, babe, I won't do it. You're free to go like the wind you are to me, drifting in and drifting out again. You're drifting on the wings of life. You are free. You have seen the clouds above the rain, but you ain't felt the pain. In my eyes, the shadow of a love long gone. I remember a smile on your face, living here in broken dreams of days with you in the morning, not even a trace of the wind you are to me, drifting in and drifting out again. On the wings of life, you are free. You have seen the clouds above the rain, but you ain't felt the pain. Written in the music of the morning bird song, I can hear all the words that you said. Only for a moment, then I look and she's gone with the music that floats through my head like the wind you are to me, drifting in and drifting out again. On the wings of life, you are free. You have seen the clouds above the rain, but you ain't felt the pain. No, no, no.
While rooted in folk religious sounds, the album incorporates elements of gospel rock. It is often sought by collectors as a rare piece of, quote, private press, early Christian rock. Beyond studio work, the band was known for performing live Christian music concerts during the mid-1970s. That was the group Simeon with their album titled At Home from 1975. Next we move to 1977 and the Keaggy Band with their album titled Emerging. The Keaggy Band was a short-lived but highly influential American Christian rock outfit formed in 1977 during the height of the Jesus music movement. Fronted by guitarist Keaggy, the band represented a crucial bridge between raw, counterculture Jesus music and the structured contemporary Christian music industry of the late 1970s and 1980s. Before his solo career, Keaggy gained widespread attention in the late 1960s with Glass Harp, recording 3 albums for Decca Records. Following the tragic death of his mother and a deep religious conversion, he felt called to focus exclusively on Christian and gospel-based music. The first selection we're sharing from this group is titled, Where is My Maker? Enjoy. Keaggy moved to upstate New York in the early 1970s to join the Love-In music community, where he connected with Christian artists like the second chapter of Acts. After a few years spent living in Christian community at Love-In in upstate New York and releasing solo work like What a Day, Keaggy decided to form a dedicated rock band to tour and record. During the summer of 1977, the Phil Keaggy Band served as a musical engine for one of the early Christian music's most historic events, an 18-city tour of the western United States. They teamed up with the premier vocal group Second Chapter of Acts and, quote, a band called David, end quote. The collaborative concerts were a massive success and were preserved on a live, historic triple vinyl album set titled How the West Was Won. The second selection we're sharing from this group is titled Take a Look Around. Give a listen.
Take a look around and see what's going down.
The band released only one studio album titled Emerging in 1977 on New Song Records. The album blended Keaggy's signature melodic, Beatlesque pop sensibilities with progressive rock instrumentation, jazz fusion, and blues elements. The release of Emerging faced a famous, bizarre, historic delay when rock icon Elvis Presley died in August of 1977. Vinyl pressing plants across the United States halted all production to mass-produce Elvis catalogs to meet sudden public demand. As a result, the Phil Keaggy Band's album was held back from hitting Christian bookstore shelves for months. Despite this, tracks like Turned on the Light and Where is My Maker became deeply embraced by fans of the growing Christian rock subgenre. The lineup consisted of Phil Keaggy on lead vocals and lead guitar, Lynn Nichols on guitar, Phil Madeira on keyboards, Dan Cunningham on bass, and Terry Anderson on drums. The last selection we're sharing from this group is titled Struck by the Love. Here we go.
Struck by the way you love me, struck by the things you do, struck by the way you love me. Oh, I'm struck by the thought of you, struck by the lightning and the thunder. Oh, and your power makes me wonder how you could love me. In my times of trouble, when I tried to run away, put your arm around my shoulder and call me back to stay. I know you love me. I know you love me. Struck by the power of heaven, struck by the works you do, struck by your healing power. Oh, I'm struck by the love that comes from you, struck by the lightning and the thunder. Oh, and your power makes me wonder how you could love me.
protect me from my fear. When I call your name in times of trouble, you never fail to hear. I know you love me. I know you love me. Struck by your infinite wisdom, struck by your infinite grace, struck by your omnipresence and your lordship over time and space. Struck by the lightning and the thunder, oh, and your power makes me wonder how you could love me. Master of creation, you are and always will be. Ruler of the universe, yet you bend to talk with me. I know you love me. I know you love me.
The Phil Keaggy Band dissolved shortly after their touring cycle concluded, as Keaggy pivoted back towards a solo career, subsequently releasing his landmark 1978 instrumental masterpiece, The Master and the Musician. Though their time together was brief, the band members left a lasting impact on Christian music. Phil Keaggy went on to become a multi-Dove Award winner and widely recognized as one of the greatest fingerstyle guitarists in the world. Phil Madeira became an elite, highly sought-after Nashville session player, writer, and producer. Lynn Nichols later co-founded the CCM rock band Chagall Gavira and became a prominent record producer and executive. In 2000, the original members reunited to re-release the album on CD under the title Re-Emerging, which featured several brand new tracks recorded by the original lineup. That was the Phil Keaggy Band with their album titled Emerging from 1977. Next we move to 1978 and the group P.O.A with their album titled Home. P.O.A, associated with P.O.A Ministries, was an obscure independent Jesus music group that released their rare self-produced vinyl album titled Home in 1978. The record is highly regarded among collectors of vintage Christian music as a rare piece of 70s Christian psychedelic and progressive rock. P.O.A operated during the tail end of the Jesus movement, a musical and spiritual revival in the late 60s and 1970s that birthed contemporary Christian music. Unlike the more polished commercial contemporary Christian pop emerging at the time, the band stood out by combining faith-driven lyrics and gospel messages with heavy 1970s groove, a warm analog production feel, and occasional psychedelic fuzz guitar elements. The band members were rooted in East Central Illinois. Original sale listing and regional directories place P.O.A Ministries in Arcola, Illinois, a small town in Douglas County known heavily for its Amish country. They traveled roughly 20 miles south to Mattoon, Illinois, to record the Home LP at Applause Recording Studio, a regional studio operated by engineer Jeff Gailey. Gailey was a fixture in the local Illinois music scene, engineering regional bluegrass, gospel, and rock records during the late 70s and 80s. The album was distributed locally on Applause Records. The first selection we're sharing from this group is titled Keep On Trustin'. Enjoy.
built him an ark when he was growing old, 300 cubits long and 50 cubits high. When Noah looked up, there wasn't a cloud in the sky. His neighbors did scoff, his neighbors did laugh. They said, look at that now, he's got a giraffe. But he stood firm and he kept his ground. He wasn't about to be the first one to drown. Keep on trusting, God's gonna see you through. Yes, he will, oh yes, he will. Keep on trusting, God's gonna see you through. Don't you know that he will? Well, Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego could have been hot stuff in the furnace, you know. They wouldn't bow down when the king ring is gone. Said, wanna sing to a different song. King said, bow. The trio said, no. King said, it's into the furnace you go. You done me wrong, and now we're short on fuel. In spite of the heat, you know they kept their cool. Keep on trusting, God's gonna see you through. Yes, he will. Oh, yes, he will. Keep on trusting, God's gonna see you through. Don't you know that he will? Gospel almost anywhere. The jail to them was often their home. Seems they didn't have many big fans in Rome. They threw them away in a Philippian jail. Along about midnight they started a well, singing and praise the Lord. They shook that town. Before it was all over, they brought the whole house down. Keep on trusting, God's gonna see you through. Yes, he will. Oh, yes, he will.
According to historical album credits and lists on Discogs, the project was engineered by Jeff Gailey and produced, arranged, and designed by band member Mark 80. The album featured a diverse and extensive use of instruments rarely seen in basic rock outfits. The musicians involved include Mark 80 on strings, trombone, trumpet, and percussion, Andy Anderson on piano, rhythm guitar and percussion, Bob St. Jamais on lead guitar, trumpet, tuba, and percussion, Chuck Stanford on lead guitar, rhythm guitar, and trumpet, Randy Etheridge on bass and clarinet, and Dave Hicks on drums and percussion. The record balances rock elements with reflective testimony. Key tracks include the hard-hitting opener, Not So Cheap Thrills, the introspective track Sleeping, and an experimental progressive reimagining of the classic hymn Rock of Ages. Because it was pressed in limited quantities by an independent ministry, original vinyl copies of Home are incredibly scarce today. It has become a coveted holy grail find for vinyl collectors specializing in regional Christian rock and psychedelic music history. The exact pressing size of the LP is unknown, but collector consensus dictates it's likely a private pressing of only 500 to 1,000 copies, funded directly by their ministry. The second selection we're sharing from this group is titled Not So Cheap Thrills. Give a listen.
Well, you got it in your head that you can't get out of bed without lighting a match to your future. And as the smoke is going down and your mind is spinning round about the worries of the day, the confusion, you cough a while and you sweat a while and you worry what you're gonna do. Now don't tell me it's not hurting you. I used to live there too, yeah. So you're searching for a thrill in that green and purple pill and the woman who belongs to your brother. And if the thrill goes away, no matter what you gotta pay, gonna bring it back one way or the other. Cheap thrills won't last, my friend. Come on and listen to the news. And when the Lord comes in the end, you know you're gonna pay your dues. So take off those rosy glasses, my friend. See it like it is. The only things that last in this life are those of you. So if you're flying around the world with your car on wings and furl, you're headed in the wrong direction. God's got a better way, there's no price you have to pay, 'cause Jesus is our holy connection. Take off those rosy glasses, my friend. See it like it is. The only things that last in this life are those of you. The feelings I get with Jesus, the world could never supply. What do I want with cheap thrills when the Lord can get me
The album was issued in a standard cardboard jacket featuring front cover photography by Mark Jones and back cover photography by Larry Morgan. Rare for independent custom pressings of this era, the record came with a dedicated lyric sheets insert. This allowed listeners to read along with the band's gospel messages over the heavy instrumentation. The tracking architecture of the album highlights how the group balanced their complex multi-instrument progressive sound. Side A features the fast-paced fuzz guitar, heavy rock track, Not So Cheap Thrills, and Side B opens with the album's epic centerpiece, Sleeping, which clocks in at a lengthy 7 minutes and 8 seconds. A runtime typical of 1970s progressive art rock, but highly unusual for standard Christian worship music of the era. The last selection we're sharing from this group is titled Sleeping. Here we go.
Are you sleeping like a baby in the cradle of the world, unaware of all the time that's passing you by? Do you read the headlines daily, but it's only in a dream, and your slumber has convinced you it will pass? No, we're not immune, dear brother. Listen, sister, if you care. While you're sleeping, death is creeping. Satan is the mad magician, fooling man for centuries with illusions that we're really not in need of Jesus Christ. And his audience is growing, and his fan club overflows. But it's not too late to walk out on the shore. Wake up to Jesus, open your weary eyes. Wake up to Jesus, come out of Satan's lies. Wake up to Jesus, come by the narrow way. Wake up to Jesus, don't let your heart delay. All the world is sleeping, it's time to wake it up. All the world is sleeping, it's time to wake it up. All the world is sleeping, it's time to wake it up. All the world is sleeping, it's time to wake it up. Now the fuse is quickly burning on this keg of dynamite, and I hope it's not too late to shake your bed. Don't allow the mad magician to hypnotize your mind. The climax of his act will leave you dead. No, we're not immune, dear brother. Listen, sister, if you care. While you're sleeping, death is creeping. Wake up to Jesus, open your weary eyes. Wake up to Jesus, come out of Satan's lies. Wake up to Jesus, come by the narrow way. Wake up to Jesus, don't let your heart delay.
Because the record bridges the gap between traditional gospel message and heavy psychedelic garage rock, its value skyrocketed once it was discovered by psych rock collectors in the 2000s. On platforms like eBay and independent vinyl broker sites like Records by Mail, well-preserved and still sealed original copies of Home fetch anywhere from $140 to $150. Because the members returned to private life or local church ministries after 1978, no follow-up albums were ever recorded. P.O.A remains one of the ultimate mysteries of the 1970s regional Jesus music underground, largely because they never signed to a major Christian label and did not tour nationally. That was the group P.O.A with their album titled Home from 1978. Well, that's all the time we have for today's podcast. I hope you enjoyed our journey as we explored the different groups from the Jesus movement. Please join us again for the next episode as we dive more into the music we call Jesus music. Also, if you have enjoyed and appreciated this podcast, please like and subscribe and give us a 5-star review and tell other friends you know about our podcast. God bless, and we'll see you next time on Tada Jesus Music Podcast. This has been a Tada Music production.